Hi Simon, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson today. So we look at this swing here on the left. First of all, as we take the club away, we can see the club head just goes fractionally inside the path here. We can see the club head's going underneath that right forearm as you swing back. And then when we get to the top of the swing, we can see it's quite a short swing for a young athletic guy. So quite short from there. If we draw a line on the butt of the club, put it in line with the ball, we're going to see your hands move to the right of this yellow line, So we can see the shaft for me is coming down fractionally too steep, and that's why we're getting them sort of big fades and the odd pull shot from that position there. So the shaft should be cutting a bit more through that right forearm, so we get rid of that. So there's your shaft there, and it should be coming through that angle, this second one. So from that position, we can see now the club head is sort of moving to the right of the ball, so we're swinging what we call across the ball. So everything's going to start left and then fade back, depending on your hand path. And again, through impact, it all just looks a little bit stuck. So what we worked on was I put you against a wall, and I asked you to miss the wall on the way up. So one that keeps the club head much more in front. That's a good backswing, and it cuts through that right forearm much steeper than the swing before. If we look at that there with two swings, this points above the ball, now this one points at the ball, so that's really good. Going to the top from there, we can see it's a much longer completed swing, great positions there compared to the swing on the left. Look how short that is. We've got this left arm now covering the right shoulder, right elbows tucked, clubs straight down the line. It's absolutely perfect, where the swing here on the left is extremely short. And then the next feeling was to feel like you hit the wall on the way down. We can see now we're trying to get that club head to move this way towards the wall, and you can see that there's a little tiny shallow in motion there, and we're very close to clipping it there. Not perfect, but pretty close. And then when we're coming down, this one here just cuts. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see there the shaft is through the top part of that right forearm, as opposed to this swing here on the left. We can see that coming down. It's actually cutting through your left forearm. So big difference. Coming into the ball, we can see it's still to the right of the ball there. Coming in, I still like to see the club head a little bit more on, I can draw a line on this sort of line here where the X is, just trying to come a little bit more from the inside. But otherwise it's very, very good. And then from there we can release that right hand a little bit more. So work on miss the fence on the way up, hit the fence on the way down, and then from that, on this position here, really feel like you throw the club out to the right with a soft grip, and we should start hitting some little draws. But a huge transformation from what you started today, this very short sort of pokey swing, to a very nice looking controlled swing, slightly on the inside and actually giving it a rip on the way through. So tremendous effort, and keep working on that. We'll see some great changes. Thank you.